There's been some talk today, and I know Johnny speculated as well, that the card might be struggling to make weight. I would just like to hear the panel's views on the significance of that issue as a whole, and whether specifically relating the card, whether they saw something over the last couple of days which could give Frampton fans cause for concern.
I'm going to go to Spencer on that one, because I know towards the end of his career he was struggling with weight making, and I think that it's a very important point there.
Yeah, I think that both guys are massive for super bantamweights. Let's get that out there straight away anyway. Quigg is huge, but we go back to the public workout a couple of days ago where they both had a public workout. Quigg was sweating a lot and he seemed to be drinking a lot. And Cole Frampton, who worked very hard in that workout, didn't have a bead of sweat on him, so that would tell you that he was struggling to make the weight. He is a big guy and he looks substantially bigger after the weigh-in, so when he gets in the ring he looks like a different guy. He looks like he's gone up 3 weight divisions. So the answer to that is yes, definitely. I think he is struggling to make the weight, and come through this fight I wouldn't be surprised if he moved up sometime in the near future, because it obviously is a problem. He's at that age now, 28, 29 years of age, and he's been keeping down at that weight for a long time. He boxed as an amateur, actually as a featherweight, so he's actually come down in weight, and it is a big problem, and I don't think that's a secret. I think you saw that at the public workout.
And also Carl addressed that in his last fight as well. You know, there was a bit of confusion of what the story would be out, the give for the performance. He said, I'm struggling to make the weight, I'm thinking about moving up. Barry interjected and kind of tried to fluff over that. So it's not a secret, but he knows he's had to do it right for this one here. I agree with Spencer, I do think he'll move up in weight after this fight. And if he does lose that, I think he might put it down to that as well as this argument over the dressing room products.
I think the weight making stuff is fine, it's interesting because one, I've never had to do it. But two is I think Carl Frampton this time around has actually tried to stay on weight on fight week. I actually believe now that he's a couple of pounds overweight, and I think he has been for 3 or 4 days. And interested to get the opinion of some of the guys, especially some of the smaller guys who had to make weight, of fighters that, you know, Tony Bellew, Dave, was the same when he was at light heavyweight. He never used to come down on the day of the weigh-in. He'd get to 12.9, 12.10 on the Wednesday, Thursday, you know, and everyone used to say that. And so it's a way up of, do you bring your weight down, not crash your weight, but do you bring it down on Thursday, maybe have a session Friday morning, or do you bring yourself down on the Monday or Tuesday? And I'm convinced for this fight that Frampton has brought himself right down on fight week, and I think he's only 2 or 3 pounds over the weight and has been for a couple of days.
Well, just talking about bringing the weight down and bringing it down suddenly and bringing it down sort of a week or two before and getting on the weight a week or two before, my personal experience of doing that, because I tried both ways, and you're saying there that you think that he's brought the weight down this time before, as opposed to, you know, a day before you get on the scales, or 20 hours before you get on the scales. Now, I've done it where I've brought it down before, and that weakened me a lot, and I found that much harder. To make the weight a week before is not a good thing. I think that making the weight a couple of hours before is a good thing, because that's when your strength, you can rehydrate quicker and you keep your strength up. I think if he has done that and he's got his weight down maybe a week before, thinking that was the right thing to do, that would be a bad move.
I think the thing is, if he's done this for the first time, and if that is what he's done, he doesn't know how his body's going to react. And he doesn't know how his body's going to react when he gets it on the chin. Going back to the chin question, that'll all be answered on Saturday night, because when you're struggling to make the weight, you don't take a good shot. And if he's kept his weight down for the first time like this, for a few days, for a couple of days, or whatever he's done, and it's totally new, going into that ring, coming off a fight where he's been dropped twice in his previous fight and he's blaming it on the making the weight, it's changed everything. Going into that ring, he will have doubts in his mind on how he's going to cope when he gets hit on the chin. And I think that could be a big factor.